This is Umari Farm-RN. It's by NasferGamer. 126.68 megabytes to download, and the description says map based on Rio Grande do Norte's dairy farming region. It's BGA, sugarcane mill, on-site gas station and vehicle repair shop, animal trader, 3 points of sale for grains, limestone mine, water you can get from the main lake or from the well near the carpentry shop, various production points, contains the original crops from the game, and if you start as a new farmer you'll have a farm with some machinery and implements, 35 fields with quests, forest areas and fields to be opened, varied landscaping with trees, foliage, shrubs and more. And you can enjoy the new FS22 dynamic by looking for your collectibles. So let's go and check it out. And here we are. This is where you start off in all three modes. As you can see, people walking around and there is traffic. So there is life on the map. Why is she walking so slow? That is creepy. Right, this is the map, guys. There we go. So not too bad size fields, to be honest with you. They are a little bit pricey, which we'll come to in a second, but that is the map. We are up here. So we're pretty much opposite the fuel station. We've just got the shop behind us. I'm in new farmer mode as always, and we start off with these two plots down here. So if I click back off of that, one of them is this field here, number 35. I think that's empty at the minute, and the other one is this farm area. Now this is quite a large piece of water, and then you've got this water running up through there like a stream, river. It's because it's a Brazilian map, it's kind of that dirty coloured water, because we've got the reddy orangey coloured sand and tracks, as you'll see, all these little tracks here. There is a couple of main sort of roads which we will obviously be driving on as we go. But this is our farm down here. Now there isn't a lot down here, so bear that in mind, but these plots, this one here is 641,000 just over, and this plot is 441,000 just over. So already you can see that it is going to be pretty pricey on here. I think 18 or plot 18, because be careful, the plot numbers don't always match up with the field numbers. So that is actually field 15, but it's plot 18. That is the most expensive in terms of field areas, and what I mean by that is we've got these sort of forestry areas, grass areas, so that's a bit more pricier. But that one's 962,000, and I think 29, well, I thought was the cheapest and smallest at 175 grand just over. But weirdly enough, if we go over to this plot here, 37, which is actually field 33, click on that, that has got a value of 0. So I would definitely snap that one up pretty sharpish. I've clicked on all the other fields. That's the only one that's showing as 0. All the others are fairly pricey, 588, 478, so on. And then there's forestry around the map, 424, 318, 384, etc., 457. Now the sort of limestone quarry is up here. That is split into two areas, which will become more apparent when we get up there. But that plot there is just over 250 grand, and this plot there, which is obviously the most area, that's got a few trees around as well. And like I say, you'll get the gist of that. That's just over 1 million, that as well. But there is an area in the middle which also takes in all of that. Basically, it's pretty much all the area where the sell points are, obviously bar this quarry up here. That has a value of just over 1.8 million, so it is a little bit pricey, as you can see. But that is the map, guys. If we go into this menu, there's 20 collectibles. I haven't found any, but I'm assuming they probably are the cartridges. I'm not sure though. It's all pretty much base game things on here, equipment, etc. There is contracts available on the other fields. We don't start off with any animals, we don't start off with any productions. like so. All of our equipment looks pretty good, pretty brand new. No custom crops or anything like that. A few sell points, no custom crop calendar, or not like a notice. So that is that bit. There is no mods at all added in. So all we've got to look at really is the painting textures. There is a couple of extra things there because it obviously is the Brazilian map, like I say. So we'll go into here. We've got this reddy sort of browny colour sand look. So straight away we've got the animal mud, which kind of goes along those lines. We have got asphalt, concrete, another reddy browny colour looking dirt, forest ground, grass, dry grass, gravel, rock and granite. And that is it. I think that is all I need to tell you on that. Looking at the notes. Now we are going to do this a bit of a way I've said it the other day actually, which we ended up doing. We're going to end up at the main farm, which I don't really like to do because obviously I like to try and show you that soon as I can, but I think it's the best way instead of keep jumping backwards and forwards. So what we're going to do is we'll lease a pickup and then we'll head on round the map like so. Slot counts, should we do that now? We'll do that now. There's not a huge amount of equipment. It is a little bit along the lines of the Oak Belleron equipment, so small tractors. We've got the Steyr tractor. Oh, by the way, slot count is 1063, as you can see there in new farmer mode. I'll come to the other two modes in a second. Two medium tractors, the Valtra Valmat and the Massey Ferguson. Oh, like I say, Oak Belleron, I think, really. The Deutschfahrt Topliner, the Rudolph trailer, header for your harvester. We do start off with two cultivators. Now, weirdly enough, this Lemkin has a horsepower requirement of 225. Our most powerful tractor is the Valmet at 190. You might get away with that, but it is a little bit risque. So I don't know why we've got that, but there you go. And the small Raber one, or Rabe, Nordsten Cedar, trailer for your header, and then we've got a couple of 10 Winkle weights, 750 kilograms. That is all we start off with. Now, if you want to sell off all of that equipment, you don't want it, you can get the slot count down to 955. There is a few things we can sell at the main farm as well. By doing that, we can get the slot count down to 849 as well. And I will talk about that when we get there, because there's one shed that you cannot sell. I clicked on it in demolish mode, and the standard mode, it just wouldn't sell, wouldn't come up with anything. As for farm manager and start from scratch, if you come on here, you don't start off with anything, no equipment. All of those things at the farm, I know it doesn't make sense now, but it will do when we get down there, are not there. So the farmhouse silo is another shed. They're not there in farm manager and start from scratch. Only the shed that you can't sell. So obviously the slot count is 849 in those modes. You don't start off with any land as well in those modes. So let's run over to the shop. I think it's just over here. We'll grab ourselves a pickup. She's not going to get very far, is she, anytime soon? So into the shop. We've got the shop icon trigger just there, and we've got a workshop trigger at the back there. So let's grab ourselves a pickup quickly. We'll just go for that. I'm not worried about the colour. Oh, there is a BJ on here. I didn't show you. It is this area here, which we are probably going to go to first, I think. Now, you can't click on that square, but once you buy the actual BGA, that will highlight blue to show that you do own the area. It's just a standard BGA, nothing special. But again, that is a little bit pricey. I think it was 1.5 million. So it is very much going along the lines of base game, this map. But it's pretty cool. It's a nice map. It's got a nice feel to it, a nice look to it. And when you're in this sort of area, which is kind of the sort of more built up area, where we've got a few of the sell points, there's a couple of houses down the end of that road as well, which we'll see. It doesn't feel real Brazilian, but then when you get further out, which you'll see, and you start getting along the dirt tracks, you do get that vibe, which is quite nice. Just kind of little sort of split things up, separates it. It's nice. So BGA, we've got the raised area, a bit like Elm Creek, and back down. Now if I just jump out quick, so all the triggers are showing here, but if you want to buy it, it is 1.5 million. Like I say, as soon as you buy it, it will appear in your productions chain menu, and that plot of land will turn blue. Do have a bunker silo up the back, more triggers, ins and outs, like so. Right, apologies for the trees and that. There is a few overhanging on some of the roads, but we can't do much about that. Just here on our right is our first sale point, and that is Umari sugarcane plant. So it's just a sale point there, it's not an actual production plant for sugarcane or anything like that, purely sale point only. Over there on our left, in fact if I just cut through here, we've got carpentry. And if we head on out, oh, quickly we'll show you, because it says in the description about the well for water near the carpentry. Now there's nothing immediately that I could see around the carpentry, but if we go down this track, and you'll just about see it on the mini map as well, you've got this area of water. It's not really a well, but that's all I can think that they mean, because I'm thinking the main lake is down by our main farm, which we will see a little bit later. Let's just nip into here, because we've got another sale point, and this is Umari grains. So just up in here, kind of like your grain elevator. There is another entrance and exit over there, just about to see the dirt track, but I just thought I'd get rid of that one while we're here. Back up here, we've got these on our right hand side. We've got the grain mill just in through there. A lot of the sale points are sort of separate from each other, so they've all got a wall around them, which is quite nice. Got their own space going on. Then we have the dairy just there, and then we are literally going to drive past where we spawned in, so the shop's there on the left, and we will probably just about here somewhere, a little bit further up, but just in here we've got the restaurant sale point, which is just there. Got a fuel station just there. Now there's a lot of people that walk along this track here, so I don't think you're meant to drive along that bit, but you do need to drive up in a second to get some of the sale points. But we're going to head on up here first, because we've got a couple of things sort of slightly elevated. So yeah, you can see now it's getting sort of more Brazilian style, isn't it? On the right hand side, that is your cereal factory. Next door to that we've got a spinnery, and then we've got the grape processing unit just there as well. Now if we cut down through here, got a couple of things around the back here. So right in front of us we've got a sale point, which is just round the back. That is Mercado. Apologies if I've said that wrong. Mercado's supermarket. So there's two separate triggers. I'm guessing one's for your pallets and that one there's for your grain types. And then just beyond that we've got the sugar mill just there. Pretty cool. And just down there, look, there's the fuel station. So we'll go back out the way we came in, because that is the only way in and out really. Nice big fields though on this map. They don't seem it on the actual PDA, but when you're driving around them you can see how big they are. So you're going to make pretty good money so that you can expand. I think we can nip up through there actually, it'll save a bit of time, wouldn't it? So just here, where are we? We've got, what, have I missed one? Yes, I have. The tailor shop just there. I knew I had. It's my bad writing. Tailor shop just there. And then just round the back here is our fast food restaurant, if I can get out of the trees. Like so. And then just across the road, we've got the pizzeria, Sale Point, which is round the back. Happy days. And then back onto the main road. Ooh. Let's turn the mini map on, that's why I'm getting a bit confused. I can't see where I'm going. On the left hand side there, just in that wall, we've got the bakery, as you can see. And if we nip into here, we've got our grocer Y-Mart, or grocery mart, Sale Point, which is just round the back, like so. We can go in and out this way as well. Did I just spot something? I did. That's kind of floating. We have a floating ice cream cellar. Something's going on there. That's probably the only niggle I have noticed, to be honest with you. I think everything else looks pretty good, pretty standard. Sale Point just there, that is Silo RN. Sale Point. And then if we go back out this way, I mean, look at the size of that field in front of us. That's pretty decent. We've got some quite nice textures going on as well, look. So that's pretty cool. Right, to get out of the trees again. And then just to our right there, we've got our oil mill. And then look, we've got a few houses built up down here, so it looks pretty cool. It's been brought to life. And over there's a few things going on. But we are now heading up to the Limestone quarry. When we get up there, I'll quickly show you where we've kind of been, and then I'll probably cut to coming back down, because otherwise we've got to come back all this way. Now it shouldn't take too long, especially in the pickup, but I will cut a little bit out. So yeah, if I zoom out a little bit, you can just see some of these fields, and they are not flat, as you can see, which is pretty good. There's a nice church over there as well, which is kind of roughly where we spawned in. Got a bit of forestry on our left hand side, quite a few trees in there, so you can earn some money doing that if you wish to. I quite like the way this has been done as well. You kind of drive through here with all this built up either side of you. Trees all in through here as well. Oh, it's a little bit bumpy though, as you can see. There's also street lights through here, look, so I'm guessing it's going to look pretty good when it's lit up at night. You can still see where you're going. And here we are at the Limestone. Right, what I'm going to do is turn around and face out that way. So I will leave that like that, because that's for me in a minute. So we do have a lime station there where you can buy lime from, and then just over here we have the debris crusher to sell your stones. Now we've got a big pile of stones here, and over the back we've got a big pile of lime. Cannot use any of that until you buy the land. Now it makes sense, I hope, with the two separate plots. So just over here on the the stone area, if I click on that, we're now in that zone. So 47 is for the stones only, so 250 grand just over, and then this huge plot which obviously takes in a fair few trees, and also that lime, there's quite a lot of lime there, just over 1 million for that area. So there you go, if you buy those 2 plots you will have access to all of that. I have tested it, it does work. I even tried it before I bought the plots, it will not let you pick them up. Right, so let's have a quick look what we did. So we come out of the shop, went all the way around this loop into the BGA, into that sale point, did all these productions, that sale point out, did all of this up round there, across, and then basically just went all the way up here like so. So I'll bring you back in probably when we're about here, I think, going across this crossroads, and then we'll head on down. We've just got these few little bits here and then down to the main farm, and that should be it, guys. So I'll see you in a minute. So we're just coming up to the crossroads. There's the Grocer Y Mart with the floating ice cream stand. Straight across without causing a pile up. Back out into the sort of, I don't know what you'd call it, sticks, wilderness. And then we need to go through here. And then we do have the Sawmill. So it's another huge nice area. I do like that on these Brazilian maps where they get some of the sale points. It literally is just a sale point, but there's huge great big buildings and big areas. It's pretty good. I like that. It's kind of gives it that real feel, if that makes sense. Standard sort of setup for the Sawmill. Your sale point, your pallets, spawn point, buy it there, wood chip out point. Lots of room, a few trees around it as well, which is nice. Now just through here we could nip through, just about see the dirt area to get to the next sale point and area, which is the animal dealer, but we will drive the proper way. He says, if he can remember it. There we go. So there you go, you can see some of the icons through the trees. And then up through here. Now if you look through the trees you can see the Sawmill. So we could have just nipped through there, but I wanted to show you the proper way. So just here we've got our animal dealer, so there's your dialogue box just there. Now the sale point normally is roughly in front of that building there, that barn, those doors, but it's been put round the back. And there is 2 zones, I'm not quite sure why, only one of them has the icon there, but as you can see there's another one there. So I'm not quite sure, and when you do tag up the sale point it does tag up that one. So yeah, I'm not sure why there's 2 there. Obviously it's not a production or anything like that, so we're not going to get any pallets spawning. So back out this way. And round. And then like I said earlier, you can see some of these fields, look. Pretty good. Nice gradients and slopes to them. Trying to use technical word now. Gradients. You know what I mean. Straight across here. We've got like a sort of bridge here, but it's more or less like a dam, if I'm anything, because it's kind of doesn't look like there's water coming through. Just looks like a big, like so, and I'm guessing this is the main lake, which is right here on our farm. We do actually own that lake, so let's just click off that. So if I click back on that, as you can see, that is the lake there. So we do own that, so I don't know whether you can do anything with that, but look at the size of this area. Now this isn't a field, it's just a flat placeable area. Do what you want with, so you could add to your farm. You could even put in a couple of fields here, couldn't you? You could make a few fields up, or just one huge field. So that is absolutely huge, that area. Now just in here we've got our farm silo. This is the Farmer 400, so it's 400,000 litre capacity, just standard crop types, not a multi-fruit. And then we've got our farmhouse just here, which is the Haute Belleron one. So we have the sleep trigger on the step. Around the side we've got the garage. You can open and close this door. We've got a wardrobe function, and if it is the cartridges, they are going to appear there, aren't they? So that is our farmhouse, but this is just such a huge area, it's ridiculous. Over here we've got this shed, which is a nice shed, to be honest with you, with only our harvester in, so plenty of room already. And this one's got all of our other equipment in, so that is being pretty much taken up. Now that is the shed that I couldn't sell, but that shed there, the silo and the farmhouse, it all let me sell those, which brings that slot count down. But there you go, that is our map. Like I said, farm manager and start from scratch as well. If you come on here, the farmhouse, silo and that shed there is not here, but this shed is, because obviously you can't get rid of it. But that is the map, guys. So I brought you back in roughly about there. I think we came down into that area, that's the sawmill, back out all the way up round and in to the animal dealer, back out all the way down across that bridge. Huge lake, huge area, and there's our field just behind us, which I didn't actually show you. Let's go into landscape mode and have a look at that field, shall we? So there it is. That's not a bad sized field as well to start off with, to get you going. But look at the way the sort of it sweeps down. Look at the landscaping, drops right down there. Yeah, not a bad map actually, I quite like it. But there you go, that is Umari Farm-RN by NasferGamer. Hope you have all enjoyed the tour. If you have, please give us a like, and don't forget to hit the notification bell if you're new to the channel. That doesn't make sense, that is not what I say normally. Let me say that again. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, that'd be fantastic. It's been a long day, guys, I do apologise. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. Please let me know your thoughts on the map, if you're playing it, if you're going to play it, if you don't like the look of it, if you like the look of it. Always I'd like to hear your comments. I need to go and lay down, I think. I've got a headache. Thanks a lot, guys. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.